No, it's not home yet. No? Is she? Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Yep, very sorry. Okay, I'll tell them. Thanks, bye.
Hedda, you're up early.
Keep your voice down, feel sleeping.
In our room?
No, I'm sure the chimney, it's more comfortable. Did you have a good time then?
You've been worrying about me, have you not?
I didn't say I was worried, I asked if you had a good time.
Oh. Well, yes, in that case I did, actually. Before everyone else came, in the beginning anyway. Eli read to me.
Oh, well that's...
It's good, Hedda. I mean it, he's a genius. I think it's one of the best things he's ever written.
You liked it then?
Can I tell you something? It's rather ugly, actually.
Ugly, George?
So I was sitting there just listening to him read. And I realised I just hated him. No, not hated him, it's too strong, but I envied him. I did. That he could write something so perfect, so profound, and yet still be the kind of person he is.
You mean?
I mean a complete bloody mess. No self-respect, no self-discipline, no self-control, a complete sociopath,
And yet?
Anyway, we left Toby's at about midnight. We went to some club and things got a bit out of control. Eli, off his face, rambling on about the woman who'd inspired his work. I had to stand in the toilets for 20 minutes listening to a speech he gave in her honour.
Who is this muse?
He didn't say, but it's Thea, isn't it? I mean, it's obvious, all that stuff yesterday morning. I don't think you noticed, but her behaviour was very odd.
Where did you leave him?
Somewhere in town. We all got a cab together, he got out the lights in it, and he said he could get home from there.
Why didn't you take
Look,
him?
I tried to, darling, of course I did. I mean it. I mean, he was loaded up to the eyebrows at this point, completely out of it. And he was actually pretty rude. And the worst thing is, he left something in the back of his seat. Do you know what it was?
How could I possibly know that?
Look, you mustn't tell anyone, okay? Promise me. Look.
Isn't that?
Yes. His book. This brilliant, brilliant piece of work. He just left it there in the back of a cab and didn't even realise it was gone. It's just unthinkable.
I don't see what the big deal is. He'll have another copy.
Oh, but you see, he doesn't. He doesn't have copies. Who he thinks is going to steal his work is beyond me. Orphans, he calls them. Fucking orphans on the loose. I tried to tell him it wasn't good practice, but he wouldn't listen to me.
Did you tell the others you had it?
No, I mean, they'd take the piss, wouldn't they? And I didn't want them laughing at him.
So no one knows you...
No, and you mustn't tell anyone.
And where have you been gabbing about since then?
Well, I went to get a coffee with some friends. We waited till the tube opened up, and listen, I'll let him sleep it off and I'll give it over to him in the morning, please.
I mean, not yet. Let me read it first.
But darling, do you think that's such a good idea? I mean, imagine how desperate
I really don't see what the big
lost
deal
it.
is. Even if he has lost it, you can always rewrite it. Can I say something funny?
You can't just rewrite something like that. This is a groundbreaking, inspiring piece of socio-scientific philosophy. You don't just sit down at a computer and bang it all out again, do you? You funny little creature.
By the way, Julia called your aunt's about to die.
What? Why didn't you say anything?
You've been expecting
Well, I've got to run over there now.
Run, George.
Please will you come with me?
No. Don't start that again.
Please.
No, I don't like seeing people, especially old women. It's ugly.
I'm sorry, you're right. I shouldn't so soon. It's difficult. Have you seen my coat, darling? The weather's changed.
It's in the hall.
Okay, look, I hope I won't be too late, okay?
Everybody decent?
Oh, God, I can't!
It's all right, I can. Come in, Toby.
Look, I better put that...
I'll do it. You've got time. Come on.
Thanks.
Hello, Edda.
Dirty stop that, more like. Where's George?
Went to see Rita. They don't think she's going to last much longer before then.
Oh God, sorry, is this a bad time?
Not for me. Sounds like it was a heavy one last night.
Haven't been home yet. What did George say?
About what?
Did he have a good time?
Well, he had a coffee with some academics. That's basically Studio 54 for George.
He likes it with them.
said he had coffee.
But did he say anything about you?
Just that some others saw him home. Why the cross-examination?
Should we sit down? So last night,
Yes.
Eli ended up at a rather animated soiree.
Animated, Toby.
He spoke about it when we were still at mine, but he said he wouldn't be going, that it wouldn't be a good idea now that he's, now that he's turned over a new leaf and everything.
Cursive Casa Eldridge, yes, but he went in the end after all.
Apparently so. See, unfortunately, the spirit came over him somewhat at my house last night.
Yes, I heard.
It wasn't pretty. But he's a grown man, isn't he? Not my place to tell him what to do. Well, guess he changed his mind. We, men I mean, we're not always as principled as we should be.
But you're the exception that proves the rule, aren't you?
Well, exactly.
Eli, on the other
Long
hand.
story short, he ended up at Kate Street's.
Kate Street?
It was her party for a select group of friends and admirers.
The singer, red hair.
Strawberry blonde, that's the one. Gorgeous girl.
You think?
Oh yeah, gorgeous. Don't know if you know, but back in the day, she and Eli...
I know.
Anyway, she seems to have proceeded from tender greetings to physical attack in the space of half an hour.
Against Eli, why?
It's all a bit hazy. Apparently he accused her or one of his friends of having stolen his wallet or necklace or something. Started a fight with some kid, the whole place kicked off. House is surrounded by photographers at this point. Neighbours hear the noise, call the police.
What?
Hang on, it gets worse. Eli tries to dodge them, falls out of the ground floor window and ends up punching one of them in the face.
Policeman?
No, a photographer. Split his lip, smashed his camera. The man's insane. Police saw the whole thing.
How do you know all this?
Managed to pick up a bit of what happened when I went down to the station. One phone call and he chooses me.
Why? You should call him a lawyer.
I don't think he was in any state to make a distinction. You should have seen him. Guy was a wreck. Nosebleed down his shirt, pupils like dinner plates. Anyway, he wanted me for my wallet, not for my mind, and a bloodsucker needed bail.
You could have said no.
Don't think it'd be prudent to piss him off. It's going to come out in the investigation, though. He started the night at mine.
You think there'll be an investigation?
Of course. God knows what they found in that house. Half the Colombian GDP, probably. I wanted to protect you and George, too. Make sure you had the full story so you could decide for yourselves.
Decide what?
Well, whether he's the kind of man you want to be connected to.
You want me to cut him off?
Yeah, I do. It's not fair to you or to George. What if the university board hear about this and George is involved?
George isn't involved.
Do you really want to risk it? Do you realise what a colossal embarrassment it would be if you allowed him to force his way into it?
Into the triangle, Toby?
Yeah, that too. I don't want him here, Hedda. I don't want him to spoil what you've made here. It's not right.
You want to be the only cock in the barnyard?
Yeah, I do. And anyway, he's not a good person. He's not got your interests at heart.
Not like you.
He's just not going to come in here and upset everything. I won't let that happen. I'll make sure it doesn't.
You know, I think, all things considered, I think you're a very dangerous person.
Is that what you think?
I'm beginning to. I'm also beginning to feel very bad you even know it got a hold of me.
Maybe you're right. Who knows what ideas might worm their way into my head if I did.
What nasty things I did.
If you want to be vulgar about it.
You're threatening me.
No, not in the slightest. That wouldn't be in my interest at all. The triangle, you see, should preferably be fortified and defended voluntarily.
That's what I think too. Don't you dare.
Well, said all I wanted to say. I think I'd better be off.
Do you think you could use the front door this time?
It's quicker through the garden.
It's the back way.
True, but I don't mind back ways. It could be quite rewarding.
Even when you're being shot at, Toby.
As long as you're firing blanks.
I don't want to talk about last night. It's over, Phil. We're finished.
We're finished, but how can you stand there and say that? You can still use me, we can go on working together even if...
No, I don't intend to work anymore.
Then what am I supposed to do?
You have to try and go on like you never knew me.
Yes, but that's not possible.
I'm sure it is. Try. Go home to Robert. You know, it's easier there.
No.
Or that clean air.
No, I don't want to go home. I want to be here with you. I want to be here with you when the book comes out. The book? You forgot about the book.
It's our book. Mine and Thea's.
Yes, it's ours, isn't it? So I should be here when the book comes out. I want to see when everyone understands how amazing and how talented you are, when they can see that the joy it brings. I should be allowed to. Why can't
The book isn't going to come out.
Well, maybe not just yet.
The book is never going to come out.
Never.
Can never come out.
Eli, what have you done with it? Yes, Eli, what have you done with it? Eli.
Please.
Eli, I want to know. I have a right to know.
Please.
I want to know, tell me.
Have you already remember, all right?